Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir, baby. Hey, no matter what's going on in the world, we will be here for your people, and we glad the people will be here for us. So, without further ado, man, it's the cook up. It's Tuesday morning. It's the playoff round 2 and a discussion, baby. It's the beginning of the discussion for us, but it's the end of the playoff round 2. A lot of big games, a lot of breaking news, a lot of news overall, man, in the world and in general, man. But today, we in the kitchen, baby. We back. It's been a week. I don't know if y'all can hear it, man, but your boy a little sick. My voice a little raspy right now, man. I got my Jada Kiss on, like I'm in here sounding like Jada on the verse with Mariah Carey. You know what I'm saying, Rock? You ain't Mariah. I'm just saying, big dog. I'm trying to get myself together, man. So as long as you ain't singing Christmas carols and all I want for Christmas, you can be whatever you want, all right?
Is usually when a song comes on, I'm usually singing the what is it? I almost said the lady parts, the parts the ladies sing.
Well, we like lady parts, that's for sure. But go ahead, continue.
They usually have the best lines in the song. You know, like what's the one that Kendrick Lamar has with "All the stars are closer, all the stars are closer." Bro. And when the Super Bowl came on last year, everyone was looking at me, and I was singing that part.
I'm too sick to be laughing, bro. All right, relax, man. But nah, man, we glad to be here, man. Like I said, I'm a little bit under the weather, so we ain't gonna keep you too long, but we will keep you as long as we want to keep you. So we appreciate y'all being here. But Tuesday morning, cook up, man. We're gonna get over the recap of everything that went on over the weekend. The 2 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday. And I know Rock said he hasn't checked out much of the college sport this year. But Rock, man, we at least gotta mention the champion Indiana Hoosiers, man. They won the championship last night. They beat Michael Irvin and his belt and all the other players that showed up. Because clearly Michael Irvin and his belt are the championship. They are the logo. They are the mascot. They are Miami. So did you watch the game last night? You get a chance to watch any of it?
No, Fizz. I didn't watch any of it last night. Someone asked me, "Hey, you gonna watch the Miami game tonight?" And I'm like, "Ooh, Miami Heat are playing?" And he's like, "No, the championship, dude." And I'm like, "Man, the last time I watched the championship, my Buckeyes lost." He's like, "Your Buckeyes won last year." And I'm like, "Man, I'm all out of sorts."
Yeah. That was last year, Rock. All right. But it was a good game, man. Started off a little slow. I think I turned it off around halftime and came back like fourth quarter. That boy Mendoza, though, man, I'll just say this, Rock. I've always preached the whole, drafting the QB1 when everything's in place. Man, forget that, man. Some players are just different. And that boy Mendoza is not a player that I think the Oakland or LA or Vegas Raiders can pass on, bro. Like, I keep hearing this trading backstage. And, hey, what if they trade back? If you trade back and, Mendoza goes to another team and becomes Joe Burrow or the Caleb Williams that we're seeing today, the Vegas Raiders will be moved out of town, bro, in the next couple of years. So I think you have to take the QB. And that's not what we're going to talk about today, but I want to bring it up because you got to give him his flowers, man. He did his thing. Yeah, man, that boy Mendoza is a bad dude, man. So shout out to him. Shout out to Indiana. Who in the world thought Indiana?
That's first championship. Yeah.
First championship, bro. I saw a stat today about the coach, and I wish I would have saved it, man. Since he's been there, though, Rock, he's won every single year. He's won. I think when he got there, they were 2-11. He's won every since. He's 26-2 over the last 2 seasons, I believe. And he's brought them their first championship, man. So clearly, no one had Indiana in the, in their bingo card for a championship. No one had them winning anything. And to beat the Miami Hurricanes, man, in a big game in Miami, they have the home field advantage with the crowd, and it's in Miami. And just to see them lose, man, win. Kudos to Indiana, man, because don't much come up out of there, man. But old Paul George highlights, Reggie Miller hanging up his throat like that, and a little bit of corn and Mike Epps, I believe. That's about it, though. That's the only thing I know about Indiana, man. So, I saw you was over looking up some stuff. What you saw? What did you find?
Oh, I was actually just writing notes down, Fizz. But
right, cool.
Here's the thing. I don't have ESPN. That's what it was on, right?
Yeah.
So the wife came home. Instead of going to church, her and all of her friends went out for drinks, and she watched most of the game. I didn't watch any of it. She came home. I was watching highlights. I was preparing for the show.
Yeah.
And I was looking for the game. I'm like, man, it's on ESPN. And all I get is basic, Fizz. I'm too damn poor to watch any of those types of games. So unless it's streaming on something, unless it's on one of the, the basic channels. I'm not going to be able to get it. But I think it's great. Whenever, a university gets its first championship, I think that's great. You were talking earlier about what the Raiders should do. That's what I was talking about with my coworker. I was just like, if they trade back, they could get 3 firsts because Mendoza is the only QB that's worth a damn that's coming out of this class that we know of. I'm sure there's going to be some next Brock Purdy that's coming out of this class that no one's going to see coming. But if they trade back, they get 3 firsts. That minimum, I think you could get 3 firsts since he's the only signal caller in this class that's worth a damn. And then also, too, you trade Max Crosby, you get 2 more firsts. You completely reset your franchise, Fizz. So that's what I would personally do.
Well, that would be the only way you would make. Yeah, that would be the only way you make that move. But my only problem is, Rock, and we'll get into the show and all that later. After this, but I don't know who's going to trade up to get him though. There's so many teams right now that need quarterbacks. I do know that, right? I know that. Yeah,
there's so many teams. You can pick one.
But think about it. A lot of those teams are in Vegas situation too. They want a team to give them 3 firsts. If I'm the Jets, I don't trade up.
Jets move. They have multiple firsts to play with.
And they have multiple years to not win nothing, even when they trade for him. You feel me? So if I'm the Jets, I'm looking to move, man. Keep Mendoza, bro. He can't save it. Mendoza isn't even what you want to call it?
Generational QB?
No, I'm just saying for the Jets, he's not even a paint chip on or what they need as far as a whole redo, a whole makeover. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm the Jets.
All right, scratch the Jets. How about the Browns then?
I was going to say the Browns, right? Yes, that sounds good, but we still don't have a head coach. We still don't have a game plan. We still have Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson on the roster.
I didn't say that the trade was going to be good for the team receiving Mendoza. I was just saying if I was the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but now I'm with you. If I'm the Raiders, that's the only way I'm moving them. But what I'm saying is I don't know many teams that are going to give up their future for him because all the teams that have multiple options, I say this, and this sounds crazy to say, we love J.J. McCarthy. He is the answer, I believe. The only team that should do something like this is the Minnesota Vikings. That's the only team, bro. The only team.
They don't have the capital. And
no. I know.
KFC is not that dumb.
I'm just saying you give up a move and to move up for a guy like this when you know you're ready. The Carolina Panthers thought they were ready when they traded for Bryce Young. They were damn sure nowhere near ready. They got rid of DJ Moore, who was their number 1 player.
It's funny that you bring that up and you're wearing the Panthers gear right now because we're going to talk about it later. We're going to revisit the debate that was, hotly contested for 2 or 3 years. CJ Stroud versus Bryce Young. How the tables have turned, Fizz.
What about A-Rich, man? What about A-Rich, brother?
No, absolutely not.
All right, cool. Well, we do got our people in the chat, man. We glad they here. I'm out here with the Panthers gear, man. I want to shout out my boy Jake, man. He sent me a care package, man. My boy sent it. It wasn't even coming in the mail, Rock. He sent it on a parachute. It was a box coming out of the sky. I thought it was Modern Warfare, Warzone. I thought it was Call of Duty. I don't know what the hell Jake okay, I saw a parachute coming down with a brown box with a panther on it. I said, what the hell is going on around here? So shout out my boy Jake, man. I wanted to go ahead and wear some of the merch he hooked me up with, man. Salute to the service and all that good stuff. Right, I even got me a good old what's that? Yeti cup, man, whatever it is. And your boy need this tea. I cut some Jake, this cup's so good. I even sliced some lemon today. I don't even slice no damn lemon. I use lemon juice. Today, I sliced some, all right? So shout out my boy Jake, man. And also shout out to everybody else in the chat. We will give y'all love. I just wanted to remind you, though, baby. We here. I'm here sick and all, but it's all good. And, hey, Rock, man, we going to give the people what they want because we know what they want, and we are what they need, big dog. So without further ado, man, it's time to get it cracking, baby. Welcome to the cook-up. Welcome to the kitchen. Let's get it started.
Hey, they wrote me off, I ain't write them back. Nah. Follow me, but don't double tap. I ain't liking that. You subscribe, I monetize. Now who's striking that? Wanna see the contract? Who got the rights to that? This my story, I spent my whole life on that. Time's up. Shedeur Sanders with the rollie in the armor. I could do this shit with my eyes closed. The main attraction don't come at me with no side show. I'm selling high, they wanna buy low.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold up, baby. I meant to have some beat playing in the background, Rock. You know we can't holler at the people without something playing, big dog. Hold up. See where we at. All right, a little bit of tune. All right, now that was same beat. It was remixing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Take that. We here, baby. Welcome to the COOKUP. Welcome to the kitchen. We are back, man. It's time to get things cracking. First, but last, but not least, my man Jake. He's pre-gaming, man. He's in the building. Appreciate you again, big dog, for the gig, man. I had to wear it, had to represent it, and hey, always coming through, man. So we appreciate you, my boy Shizzles. Rock, man. My boy Shizzles texted me last week. Man, no show today. This was Friday. Nah, bro, I'm under the weather. My man don't give a damn about me under the weather. Then he hit me, man, what's up with Monday's show? Y'all need to have a show on Monday. I'm like, man, why don't you make a show? Get off my damn phone, all right? But shout out my boy Shizzles, man. He love the content, so I ain't mad at him, all right? He want to see us. I ain't mad at my dog. Shout out to him. And also, shout out my man, Big Onion Slanger, man. Hey, I know he was crying like onions when his boys went down. I'm going to be honest, brother. They shouldn't have lost that game, Rock. And we will talk about that Buffalo game. I believe the Buffalo Bills handed that game over. They had it in control. They gave up 500 turnovers. They didn't want to win that game, man. So shout out to my boy Connor, though, man. The Onion Knight in the building. Pop said it's showtime. Big hand, got the little hand. What's good with your Pops? What's good, man? J Cap in the building. What's up with your Playboy? We got who else we got up in here, man? We got Singletary. He said we got some guys leaving the leagues. He want us to join, man. We're gonna have to holler at you about that, Singletary. All right. Give us a single moment, big dog. We will get back with you, man. Also, my boy Shimmy, man, he glad to be up in here. You know how we get down, baby. We got the rollies on, man. We in the building. And who else we got up in here, man? Mafia. There we go. All right, we got my boy Mafia here, man. And talked about the Jets. He did talk about Mendoza. Are you a Jets fan? Let us know, Mafia, please, because you might want to fly up out of here, man. We ain't gonna talk nothing good about them dudes at all. Shout out to moms. Yeah, moms. We want to see what's up with Jake and Carolina this year. And also, shout out my boy Merk, man. Merk is in the building. And one thing I know about Merk that I just found out, he's a Steelers fan. So y'all pray for this brother because he is gonna need it, man. All right, we gonna need them prayers, big dog.
We could see what happened when the Broncos played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, and that was the worst Super Bowl of all time. And we may get a sequel to that one, so that would be crazy.
Don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started, man. I was so down this week. I didn't even get a chance to do the video. I wanted to make a short of our picks and all that. And you text me, my brother. You text me. When you text me? Was that Saturday? Talking trash. I went 0-2 on Saturday.
And I went 2-0 on Saturday.
And then Sunday came and what happened, my brother?
I lost those freaking Texans. We're going to talk about CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud let me down. He let Houston down. He let all of Texas down. He let all of Ohio State down. He let the whole NFL down with that performance. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah. I think Lil Flip, man, is definitely disappointed. And CJ Stroud played so bad, bro. I think even Mike Jones changed his number. I want to say Mike Jones changed his number. It's no longer 281-330-8004. CJ Stroud, don't hit Mike Jones up on the low because you might be time to go, my dog. All right, I'm just saying, man, it ain't looking good out there in Texas. Shout out my boy Mr. Wonderful too, man. We appreciate you, big dog. I noticed, Rock, since he beat me in the championship, we've been popping up a lot lately, man. I ain't feeling it, man. All right, but I appreciate you anyway, big dog. All right, we like you. Mafia said, "Oh, okay, hold on, no." I saw he said, he's a Hawk season ticket. All right, my bad, big dog. Hey. Well, let me hold something there, man. You got it over there, you know. Hook us up
next to 2 Chainz. The
well, yeah, is that the Seahawks or the Atlanta Hawks? I want to say it's the Seahawks. I'm guessing he the Seahawks, bro.
Oh, never mind.
This is an NFL football show, but I just say this though: if he is, a Seahawks fan, kudos to you, my brother, because as much as I love this offense talk that I come up with, championship. He says Seahawks championship is looking like a defensive game, man. And it's looking like Seattle Seahawks, which we're going to talk about, Rob. Seattle Seahawks is the disciplined team. And they are kind of swaying me, man. I'm starting to believe the hype right now, brother.
Well, you know what, Fizz? It's okay because I've been saying it all season long, but at least you had 2 weeks to get on the defense bandwagon because I was saying it all this time.
You're right.
We had the Broncos. We had the Texans. We had the Seahawks. Championship defense was going to be in the Super Bowl. So that's what we're going to see, I think, this year. So, yeah,
well,
it's just not your brand of football with all the offense and the head coaches and all that.
Well, I just I say this: the offense to me is the quick fix. The defense is the longevity, the long play, right? The defense is the one you could probably trust the most. The offense is hit or miss sometimes, but it's more exciting. It's more, I like to see it more. You know what I'm saying? So it's the reason why the San Antonio, I see you. It's the reason why
I'm this right now.
And look, ain't that the same numbers you got on your name? 5220?
It is. 5220 right here. The best player.
All right, big dog. I'm going to just say this. The reason why the San Antonio Spurs are the most boring watch team, but they built a dynasty because they play defense. They ain't about the offense, you know? So I understand it, my brother, but we're going to do this update show to people. Is this the updated one, Rock? You 6-4 now, right?
Wait a second. Who did I lose? I lost the Jaguars.
I
lost the Steelers. I lost the Texans, and
you were,
and I lost the Eagles. Yeah, I got 4 losses.
All right, there we go. All right, sound good. All right, so this is the updated bracket, man. For me and Rock, I'm 8-2, always in the lead. Because I show speed, baby. I shout out to speed, you know. But shout out to me, man, for beating my boy, man. But this is the bracket. We got to keep it going, man. I'm gonna find a way to put the wins and losses by the players and teams and all that junk. But shout out to my boy, man. That's a new bracket. But Rock, man, enough of the foolery, enough of all that, man. Let's get it cracking, big dog. Let's start talking these games. I'm gonna talk about a game first. You know what? Let's just get the demolition out of the way. All right, let's go to Seattle first, my brother, because I know we just talked about it, and I want to change this. You know how we do when we get to these games, big dog. Where we at, Rock? Boom. There we go. Oh, all right. There we go. All right. Let's get to the games because I will just say this again. I always say the defense. I don't want to watch it. I want to watch some offense get played. I want to see the Ben Johnsons and, you know, this air raid type of style of football. But, Rock, points were scored in this game by the defensive team. So it's not like, oh, they just played defense. This is boring. These dudes scored all the points and they played all the defense. One, I know the 49ers were short-handed. No excuses. It's playoffs. Nobody wants to hear, right? Two, they're the 49ers, and no one definitely don't care because we don't care about the 49ers. We're tired of seeing them winning.
I like the 49ers. That's fine.
Right, get out of here, Rock. Get out of here, man. All right. But I say this, though. One thing I will say about the Seattle Seahawks that I watched over and over and over throughout the season that I kind of didn't want to, I guess, say out loud or admit. Rock, to me, they're the most disciplined team in football. These dudes don't make mistakes. And when they do, the defense is there to say, don't worry about it. We got you, Sam Darnold. Don't worry about it. We got you, Ken Walker. Like, any mistake that's made, this dude McDonald has coached this team up to say, we got it. You know what I'm saying? We're not worried about it. I think that's why they're comfortable with Sam Darnold as their quarterback. And I'm not taking his season away because he had a solid season. But they don't need a Matt Stafford. They don't need a Joe Burrow and all these high-volume offensive quarterbacks because this defense is built to make sure we got everything covered. The same way I think the Texans wanted to cover C.J. Stroud, which we'll get to. I think his flaws just kind of showed dramatically at one point. But I think I said dramatically. What the hell kind of word is that?
You just invented a new word, and I kind of like it.
All right, go. Drastically, baby. All right, but to cut my conversation short, Seattle Seahawks 41-6 against the San Francisco 49ers. And I will just say, from the kickoff, Rock, the way that building was screaming and shouting, the seats rumbling, I guarantee you, nobody in that 49ers sideline after that kickoff return in the first 5 seconds thought we got a chance after this. It's over with. The crowd let the 49ers know it's going to be a long day today.
Well, it started before that when they came out of the tunnel, Fizz. Have you seen? There's been so many memes with the 49ers players coming out with the jukebox. And I don't even know what song they were playing.
They always do that, though. They always do that.
Well, I mean, it couldn't have gone any worse. So, I mean, maybe you could have picked a better song than what you came out to. But, yeah, that was really rough.
A couple years ago when Debo was on the team, they was playing Kodak Black. Because I remember that. I kept saying, is this a cover over? Oh, I ain't really playing this. It was, yeah. So they always do that.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, this team is so damn good. And I think it all comes to who they hired in Mike Macdonald. 100%. So Mike Macdonald, was great with the Baltimore Ravens. He was great in Michigan. And he was perfect for the job because the Seahawks, they needed someone that can go toe-to-toe with the best offensive coach in the NFL and Sean McVay. So it's just like...
And Shanahan, both in the same division, right?
Exactly. So, I mean, you could try to find the next Shanahan. You could try to find the next Sean McVay. Maybe that would have been like Mike McDaniel or some other type of head coach, but he was already with Miami. Ben Johnson was already with Detroit. So unless you're going to get one of those types of guys, I mean, you have to go on the defensive side of the ball. And Mike McDonald was by far the best coach that was available during that time. And not a lot of people were very favorable, with that hire, because a lot of people are like yourself, Fizz, where you want offensive-minded coaches. But to get like the perfect, I don't know what you want to call it, adversary, nemesis for Sean McVay, you need to go on the defensive side of the ball. And it did not take long for Mike McDonald to really start putting his imprint on this team. I mean, it only took a few games. By the end of last year, they were one of the best defensive teams in the NFL. They only missed the playoffs by like one game. They had 10 wins last year.
Yeah.
Mike McDonald should have easily been I think, one of the at least considered coach of the year, and he didn't even get that either. So to go from in 2 years, Fizz, to take the Seahawks that haven't been to a Super Bowl since they threw that pick in the end zone against Tom Brady, everything has just been awful for Seahawks fans since that happened. And to go back to the Super Bowl and to look like clearly the best team on the NFC side, at least, I think this is going to be the best matchup. It's going to be the best defense versus the best offense with the Seahawks versus Rams. But huge shout out, huge kudos to Mike McDonald and their GM that's also been hitting it as well. He was aggressive when it came to free agency. He got the QB they needed that no one else wanted, and he signed into a way better contract than what Geno got in Las Vegas, and we saw how that turned out.
And we thought that was crazy, right? But
DK Metcalf gets shipped off. They didn't need him either.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers way overpaid for him. And then, what was it? Rashid Shaheed was a massive signing. People think,
actually, they traded for him. They ain't signed.
They traded for him. No one cares about special teams. People don't care about defense. People care even less about special teams. And how many kickoff returns for touchdowns did he have in such a short amount of time for the Seahawks? So absolutely love that. I feel bad for the 49ers. They just didn't have enough bullets, in the gun. They had too many injuries coming into this game. I'm really worried about Christian McCaffrey going into next year because we talked about it with Saquon Barkley with how many touches he had.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey is going to have even more touches than Saquon Barkley had last year because of how many catches he had and how many tackles he got. So hopefully you hit Christian McCaffrey this year in fantasy, because it's going to go right back to, I think, not having that great of a year next year. So I'm kind of worried about that with him.
Well, as always, prayers for a healthy season with him anyway. But like I said, to get back to the Seahawks, though, Rock, I will just say this, though. Your boy, Ken Walker, think about this. He's playing for a contract. Zach Charbonnet ended up tearing his ACL. We don't want to see that. But knowing that your running back, who is really a very good running back, is playing for a contract, you're going to get the best Ken Walker that you've ever seen for these next two games if they make it to the Super Bowl, right? They rolled him all the way to the conference finals in this game right here. They didn't need Sam Darnold to break no world records. They didn't need JSN to go crazy. They said, listen, Ken Walker, this is your game. Sam Darnold had 17 attempted passes. Right? I didn't even realize that. The man only completed 12 passes. Ken Walker had 116 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. My dog, Cooper Kupp, shout out to the Cup holders, baby. All right, Cooper Kupp, 5 receptions, 60 yards. He led the team.
Oh, my God. I just realized Cooper Kupp's going to be playing against his former team.
Right, I was going to let me build it up. Dog, you already, man, you chopped me down, man, but it's all good, though. Cooper Kupp led the team in receptions, and JSN literally just had that 1 touchdown. Nobody did nothing on the passing game. This was
Kenneth Walker was second in receiving.
Bro, this was a run the ball, play defense. This is why Mike McDonald. I said Mike McDaniel. I'm tripping. This is why McDonald is very much considered should be coach of the year, Rob. He didn't get too complacent with we're leading, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I say complacent, I don't mean falling back and letting the game just shift out. I mean, a lot of them trigger happy coaches like McVay's, like Shanahan, when they're up, they want to keep scoring. Oh man, we up. We gonna keep scoring. They ran the ball. They didn't go out there and make Sam Darnold throw the ball 55 times and we up by 30 points. That was my biggest thing with Kellen Moore and Dak back in the day. We up 40 points. Why the hell is the quarterback still throwing the ball? They playing smart football, aggressive football, and they're taking everything that this team that's giving them on the other side and said, we're going to shut this down. They just beat them to 10-3 a couple weeks prior to end the season, Seattle versus the 49ers. Now you give them 6 points. These dudes played the Seattle Seahawks in the last 3 weeks and scored 9 points, Rob.
Fizz, Kyle Shanahan, in all of his games, he's one of the most winningest coaches in the NFL. He has scored under 7 points only 4 times in his entire 49ers career. 2 of them have come in the last month against Mike McDonald.
Exactly, bro. Imagine right now if you're Sean McVay, if you're Kyle Shanahan, and you know this dude is in your division. Oh man, they're gonna have a long off season trying to figure out how the hell we can get over this Seattle's defense if the LA Rams don't win this game, right? The LA Rams have to win this game. 1, because the time isn't on their side. But 2, if the Seattle Seahawks get through these guys on this week, this might be the Seattle Seahawks division for the next couple of years, right? And it's crazy to think that, right? This ain't the Legion of Boom, but it's the Gen Z boom, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, man, but it's a new time in the NFC West.
Fizz, we are so excited for the next dynasty. And I don't think it's just ever going to happen. At least not anytime soon. And you know the reason why? Because we were so quick last year to say the Eagles were going to be the next dynasty because we were praising their GM and how just like a mad genius he is with a salary cap, with aggressive trading, and with amazing draft picking. And then on top of that, you know, to have such a dominant Super Bowl run, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, that whole offense, but especially the defense, Fizz. Everyone thought this is going to be the dynasty killer. They're going to take over the Chiefs. It's going to be the Eagles. Look how long that lasted. It didn't last whatsoever. So the NFL is continually getting better and better every year. I think that's a part of the reason why we have so many head coach vacancies. Is because not only do teams want to be more aggressive when it comes to their actual gameplay, like you were just talking about with not letting the foot off the gas, I think front offices want to do the same thing as well. They are not going to be complacent, and that's why we saw more firings this year, especially when it comes to these older, tenured coaches. If you're not changing up your game style and your scheme, and also, too, how you're approaching the game, your ass is going to be out. So I think it's just tough to say that, oh, this is going to be the dawn of a new era. We're going to talk about that in some future show. You know, the teams that we think are going to be here to stay for the next few years, especially with the new coaches, the new QBs. But I don't want to be too quick to say, oh, these Seahawks are going to be the start of a whole new era, even if they do win the Super Bowl, especially in the NFC. The NFC changes every year.
I'm with you. Well, I just say this: the only counter that I will give you, and I believe everything you said was 100% right. The only counter I will give you with the Philly thing is, bro, even last year people couldn't stand the head coach. Even last year, people thought, you know what I'm saying? Like even though
winning covers a multitude of sins, Fizz.
Exactly, which is why when people look at me crazy when I say, hey, if my team ain't ready, let's just lose. From a fan's perspective, that's what you want because you know a win. Think about the Atlanta Falcons. If they would have won that last game, went to the playoffs, they would still have Raheem Morris. A lot of these teams will be covering up. A lot of these teams needed to be fixed, right? Let's just say.
I don't know. The Bills won their first playoff game. They canned him pretty fast. Sean McDermott.
Yo, I think he knew his job was on the line. I think a lot of which we will talk about the coaching signing soon. Jim Harbaugh and all these other guys that just signed, he's like, oh my God, Kevin Stefanski, he's like, man, hold on. can we renegotiate this contract, man? Buffalo open, man. I need to go holler at them. Like this imagine if you're Jim Harbaugh, which I think Jim Harbaugh to me is still in a good spot. But getting the money that he got to, I don't know if Buffalo would have gave him that. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's okay. But man, if that Buffalo Bills job opened up and you're a coach that signed the other day, you still scratching your head like, man, I wish I could have at least had a chance, get Josh Allen. But I just say all that to say, bro, at the end of the day, Seattle, to be honest, even though, like you said, the dynasty thing is easy to say now, even if they haven't won it, it might not happen. I'll just say right now, though, they are the most disciplined team in the playoffs left. Like when you watch them play, they don't make many mistakes, but they know how to fix the mistakes. And I think that's the mentality of the coach. The coach has set the tone where we don't have to go out here and look like the best team. We just got to win the game.
I like that you said that because our favorite coach, Sean McVay, is also the most disciplined head coach. And you can look at, his team has been the least penalized team, I think, for 5 seasons straight, Fizz. They've been number 1 in the least amount of penalties accepted. You're going up against 2 of arguably the best head coaches. And I think the NFC Conference Championship is exactly what we could have hoped for. It's the best defense versus the best offense. It's 2 of the best coaches. I think that side of the ball is going to be great. But I think. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say with Sean McVay, though, I think it's. I'm not taking nothing away from him, but I think it's a little easier to be disciplined when you got Matt Stafford as your, a seasoned veteran that knows what's
5 years straight. That's
no. And
it's not just him. It's the offensive line. It's the defense. It's the whole team.
But that's what I'm saying. Sean McVay is leading. Now he didn't. They still put this in place, so I'm not saying I'm taking nothing away from him. But I'm saying I think the Rams have a structure built. I'm just saying McDonald had built this in 2 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
In 2 years, he's built a structure that looks like he could take a day off of work and the train gonna keep running. That's what it looked like. It looked like the Seattle Seahawks are a team right now. If he takes an off day, y'all got it for me. Hold it down. A lot of teams in this league can't do that if the coach is in the stands or in the press box. These teams will break down in shambles. I think they are building a culture in Seattle that the coach can just say, hey, look what I built. Now, y'all go ahead and win it for me. That's what I really think they're building.
Hit it with his strengths. He is a defensive-minded coach. And you can win the NFL with an elite defense.
Especially when you're a coach. And sign him. They got some big names that they put together, right? And you brought that up a couple weeks ago, bro. A lot of these defensive coaches, when I always preach this offense stuff, a lot of these defensive coaches don't play to their strengths in the draft and free agency. And then they wonder why their job is on the line. Arizona is a perfect example of that. Their defense is horrible, and they got a defensive. We don't got to go down that rabbit hole. But
Robert Saleh wasn't allowed to call the defense when he was with the Jets. So hopefully
he wasn't
Titans.
He
wasn't allowed to do anything. So hopefully he gets. We're going to talk about the head coaches in a little bit. You want to let's move on to the next game. Which game do you want to talk about next?
No, we're going to go on because I see we got some Patriots talks in here, and I did want to bring these guys up. So let's move on to the Pats, big dog. God. Did I have on here? This is not the Pats, right? No, it's not. Okay, let's get to the Patriots. CJ Stroud is the pitch I chose.
He's on fire right now. Light him on fire, not NBA
it ain't looking fire. Good, man. CJ, listen, Rock, I don't know. And this is how I know it was bad, Rock. My father don't watch every game. I know for a fact he watched games he want to watch. When Pops texted me and said, man, this dude CJ Stroud look like some garbage. And I said, man, if Pops think this, something up. You know what I'm saying? So I just say, the CJ Stroud thing and what we saw last Saturday, bro, it was real disappointing. But like you said, we'll talk about the class and how things switched between Bryce and CJ. Rock, I said this like 2 weeks ago, or maybe last week. This class is the most emotional emotional class as far as quarterbacks go, right? Bryce went through the ringer. He was crying on the sideline. They wanted to throw him in the trash. They pulled him back out of the trash before the dump truck came. Now he's a shiny trophy that they're praising, right? Go Panda, salute the service, right? I'm over here.
They did the same thing with the class after that, with Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. It's just like Caleb Williams is trash, and it's just like Jaden Daniels is the best one, and then Drake May, and it's just switching every damn year, Fizz.
It is, but the difference is though, Rock. I believe this class with C.J. Stroud and I know you said don't mention A-Rich, but C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. They went through actual moments where the teams and the fans look like get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like Jaden Daniels, this fan base don't want him going nowhere. Drake May had a couple of ruffled feathers, but we knew once they got a real head coach in there and a real system in there, things will work out. We knew when Caleb Williams got a real head coach and a real situation. So we knew these guys were in for the fight. C.J. Stroud, which I believe D'Amico Ryans is a real head coach. I believe he has a real system. His confidence, though, man, once he has a bad game, bro, you could tell by the second quarter it's over with. He's no longer available. Like his screen just says, when your screen go out, Rock, and this is like no longer available. You're offline. He's offline by the second quarter. When he starts playing bad, man. But I hated to see how he went out. I did pick the Patriots to win because I thought they would probably win the game. I just hate that as good as this defense looked, though, right? Probably the best defense in the
That's
NFL.
the reason why I picked them, Fizz.
Exactly. And you weren't wrong. You weren't wrong, brother. I was going off a whim. And I said it. If they play defense, Texans win this game. The problem was C.J. Stroud played defense with his mind, bro. He threw a pass that was so bad.
He was a saboteur. He single-handedly sunk their championship hopes. Single-handedly.
Bro, he threw a pass that was so bad. Cade Stover, I think, tore his ACL, bro. He trying to lean back and catch it, and Cade Stover bent back. And it was so bad, bro. It was so bad. Go ahead and break us down, man. Let us know what you found, what you got locked in. And I wanted to say shout out my boy Six Rings, man, because he is a Patriots fan. We got to show him a little bit of love. And also, hold on, before you go, Singletary brought this up, and I did bring it. The Patriots had the easiest schedule ever to the Super Bowl. Season was a cakewalk schedule, playoff cakewalk schedule. And hey, man, I just say this, though, bro. They did have the easiest schedule, Singletary. I'm not going to lie to you, my brother. But let's be real. Mike Vrabel is a great coach, though.
He is.
Drake May is a good quarterback, right? So as much as I want to say that the comp wasn't there, and we could say that for Tom Brady for a long time as well, I'll just say they don't look like a team that just popped out of nowhere and they are here. Like, they look like a good team, to be honest. Now, this Denver defense is pretty damn good, Rock. I'm not going to say that it's going to be a cakewalk against the Denver Broncos. I just don't think they're going to lose to them, but I think the Patriots, though, I can't just say that, yes, they had a cakewalk and they shouldn't be here because I still believe they're a solid team roster-wise. But, Rock, break us down. Let us know, Simon. I'm going to keep hollering at the people as we go.
And also want to shout out Cameron Myers, too. We are so glad that you're watching this show. So hopefully you didn't just turn off. It's like, thanks for the show. And you left after the first 20 minutes. But Stroud, Fizz. Stroud is the first QB since Kerry Collins in 2000 to complete under 43% of his throws and throw 4 interceptions. He is the first player ever to have 5 interceptions and 5 fumbles in the same postseason. He did that in 2 games, Fizz. Both of those stats are courtesy of the Bootleg Podcast. Go check those guys out. Fizz, that was the sloppiest game I've ever seen in the playoffs. And it wasn't just the Texans. Like, the Texans and C.J. Stroud did enough for both sides, like just for both teams of how bad he was. Drake May didn't look that much better either, at least for the first couple quarters. He turned it on a little bit towards the end of the game. Like, all right, maybe we should actually try to win this game when the Texans were within a score towards the end of the game. They could have easily won this game despite all the mistakes that C.J. Stroud had. And, but yeah, Drake May was like, oh, wait, I forgot I'm supposed to be the MVP. He did not play like the MVP in that game over this past weekend. So I understand what Singletary is saying about the Patriots having the easiest schedule. Why don't you guys just blame the whole AFC side? The whole AFC side, and you and me have been saying it this whole damn year, it has not been that great.
It's not.
When the Bills are like barely above, it seems like 500 and get into the playoffs. It's the worst Bills team that I think I've seen. And a part of the reason why I think they, canned McDermott, when that's like the best team going into the AFC, and then you have these Patriots with a young QB, you have the Broncos with their defense. It's more fundamentals, it's more defense. It's not the same storylines that we see in the NFC side. Guys, it's not going to matter, because if the Patriots play the Rams or the Patriots play the Seahawks, I don't think it's going to be a close game. You said as a fan, you don't want to see your team lose in the playoffs, Fizz. What is more gut-wrenching if the Patriots go to the Super Bowl and get absolutely obliterated by who they're going to play in the NFC? That would also be heart-wrenching. I'm not sure if Mike Vrabel is so good of a coach he's going to keep his team close, but he has not given me anything over the last couple of games that has inspired confidence that they have a real puncher's chance to win. And that is not a great storyline for a Super Bowl. Do you feel that same way? Am I being too harsh on the Patriots? Because they beat the shit out of a Chargers team that had no offensive line, and Greg Roman was their offensive coordinator. Within a couple of hours of us saying that they should have fired him, they did fire him. So thank God for that New Year's resolution. The Chargers are going to be already better next year. And then this team with the Texans, with them just self-imploding, they had like the worst QB performance we've ever seen in a postseason in like almost 30 years, Fizz. So do you really think the Patriots even have a chance in the Super Bowl, regardless of who they play?
I don't know, bro. I got to disagree with you, man. I think the Patriots making the Super Bowl is a great story. And here's why. Tom Brady, bro. Tom Brady, because I read this. Robert Kraft has owned the team, I believe, 20-some years. He's only had 3 starting quarterbacks. Real, like, quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Not just like these fluke guys that filled in when somebody got hurt. He only had 3 real quarterbacks.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Exactly. He don't count. It was Bledsoe, Brady, and May. I'm talking about like franchise quarterbacks, should I say, right?
Mac Jones, they drafted.
3 franchise quarterbacks. Because Mac Jones that was just whatever.
Who?
But I'm saying that to say, if they make it to the Super Bowl, bro, I don't care if they lose the way the 49ers lost. You still got to kudos Drake May being a 2-year QB, Mike Vrabel coming from a Titan team that pretty much was competitive, then it fell off, then he quit, then he went to the Browns as a coordinator or whatever, then came in, took over this job. They bought a whole new team in free agency, spent like $300 million on defense and all this. They did all of this, bro, and I know it's a cakewalk schedule. I get it. But if they make the Super Bowl, I'm going to be honest, bro, you got to kudos to those guys, man. You got to give them their flowers, because I don't care if they win or lose. It gives you, as a Patriots fan, at least a little bit to say the teams like Buffalo, who have their guy, didn't make it. The Chiefs might be done, and we might have another chance to do this over. And we're going to talk about the Chiefs soon, because they're not done. But I'm just saying, as a Patriots fan, you thinking this, right? The Ravens got to figure it out. They ain't been here. Drake May is my quarterback. He been here 2 years, and he done did more than Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. I don't care if they win or lose, bro. If I'm a Patriots fan, I'm going in there like we made it here, and nobody thought we would be here. Half the people didn't even pick them to make the playoffs. I did. But I'm just saying, a lot of teams, people didn't pick it. So I think, Rock, I got to disagree with if they make it and lose, it's very, very disappointing and upsetting. Because as a fan, if I'm a Patriots fan, this is promising of a season to say, you know what? Maybe we can do this again. Maybe I believe all off season we got our quarterback, we got our coach, we got the system. We got it, baby. We got the juice right now, and I'm good if I'm a Patriots fan. Win, lose, or draw. If we made the Super Bowl, I'm good.
Diggs, or I was going to say Stephon Diggs. Fizz, this is the reason why we do this show. Yeah. And I really love the way that you broke that down, because I was going to start by opening. They don't, like, Drake May does not have that many weapons. Like, he has Stephon Diggs. He has Hunter Henry. He has a running back duo in Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson. It's just like he does not have that much to work with, but he has McDaniels, he has Vrabel, he has that defense. And for most of the year, he has looked like it's been him and Stafford as far as the best QBs.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just jumping ahead and not living in the moment. And I'm also not looking at the past either, because they were picking, they had like a top 3 or 4 pick for a reason, Fizz. They only had 4 wins last year.
Yep.
This team was in utter shambles. Gerard Mayo did not do, apparently he did a really, really bad job to the point where they couldn't wait to get his ass out of New England. A lot of people think what happened to him was unfair. But if you lose the coaches, you lose the locker room, and it ends up being just like a toxic environment, which is apparently what it was in New England, your ass is going to be gone. So I really do respect what you're talking about with Vrabel completely turning this around and getting McDaniels to make May put him in the best position in order to have an MVP caliber season. So, yeah, I think the reason why I'm not really wanting to give them their flowers is because they just haven't looked that great the past 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I want dominance. I want it to look like what it's looked like on the NFC side, or else I feel like, I'm just jumping ahead to the end of the story where they get obliterated in the Super Bowl. But how many times do we think something's going to happen and it doesn't actually go that way? So I shouldn't be too quick to do that. I should give Vrabel and May and the Patriots a lot more kudos. But yeah, I'm just being an asshole.
But listen though, right? And this is why I like the Drake May story, right? I'm not saying you don't want him to be war tested. You don't want to be battle tested, because I think this Denver defense, especially knowing we don't have our quarterback, this Denver defense is playing by no rules, bro. They will be elbowing. They're going to elbow after the play.
It's going to look like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Bro, they are going to rough Drake May up. He going to think his name is Drake July at this point, bro. He going to skip 2 months, all right? Trust me on this one. I'll just say this, though. If I'm Vrabel and I'm looking at my quarterback, especially just looking at where he came from and where he is now, I'm okay with this cakewalk, because now I want you to see and get through the process. The only way you get through the process in this league, Rock, you got to go through it. You got to get there. Josh Allen can never tell you what it feels like to go through a walkthrough on a Super Bowl or have a bye week before the Super. He can't tell you that because he never did it. If my quarterback gets to that point, I want him to understand, because all it takes is one day, Rock. Them bright lights on the Super Bowl Sunday could turn Drake May into Tom Brady that one night. You know what I'm saying? Like that it could click. So the cakewalk schedule, the bad play that they've gone through, I'm happy that he had that. And we won. Because as long as we win, I'm going to tell my quarterback, look, you ain't looked your best last week. You ain't looked your best this week. But we won. Now it's your time. Now it's time to turn it up. You the MVP of this league. Like if I'm Vrabel, I'm telling him, I'm texting him all day. You the MVP. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm Stephon Diggs, I guarantee you. That's one thing I learned about Diggs. He hyped up Josh Allen. That's how they became so tight, and Josh became who he was. He hyped up every team he's been on. I mean, he got C.J. Stroud looking good last year. Stephon Diggs is in his QB's ear right now, and he letting him know, hey, you my QB. You gonna take us to the, you know what I'm saying? And I think whatever Drake May has gone through or he's going through is good for him, because now he's learning what not to do when he gets in that real situation. Because right now they haven't had a challenge for him to turn it up in the fourth quarter like Caleb Williams has been doing. Maybe Drake May got Caleb Williams juice in him. No Diddy on that one, but I'm just saying, and maybe he got a little bit of that Caleb spirit in him, but he just haven't had to use it. Once he get in a Super Bowl situation, bro, and he's in the fourth quarter down by 10, 3 minutes left, maybe we see that Drake May. So I'm not taking nothing from him because we ain't got a chance to see it yet, bro. I think the Patriots are in the right spot is what I'm trying to say. I don't knock them for the cupcake schedule, because I think starting next year, you can say what you want about this schedule this year. Coming into the season, Rock, everybody going to have them as a playoff team. Cupcake schedule in 2025 or not. You still not going to say, oh, this schedule was trash last year. They ain't that good. You're going to have them as a playoff team coming into the season next year, bro. So I think they're a good team. I think they can win a Super Bowl, and I think that they will end up going.
Yeah, I really have nothing else to add, Fizz. I think the way you broke it down was perfect.
Just the last question. You ready for me to shut up? Go ahead.
The last question I have: are you exercising CJ Stroud's? What are you going to do with him next year? You're not going to give him a big contract.
Tough. It's tough. I'll say this. Knowing that that defense is as good as it is, it kind of makes you wonder, like, do we need to pay this man $300 million when we can go get a?
Oh, you can't. You can't after the last few years.
I know. That's a good question. I don't know, Rob. I'm glad I'm not in that booth to make them decisions, brother. Because it's not like you can just go find another quarterback out of nowhere either, right? And I'm not saying C.J. Stroud is the worst quarterback in the league.
Here's a better question. What's the lesson we learned from the C.J. Stroud versus Bryce Young? I mean, we were so quick because C.J. Stroud had one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen. And to go from Bryce Young being on the upward trajectory and C.J. Stroud crashing down to earth, it's just like, what do you do? Like, what's the lesson learned? Like, with the NFL game, it really is. You have to wait anywhere from 3 to 5 years to really have a true opinion on any of these guys. And CJ Stroud, like, to his discredit, he's had some bad offensive line and really bad OC play. But it's like, he's not the OC in the bad line is not the one that's throwing all these freaking picks, you know?
So. No, you're right. You're right. I think it's gonna be a long all season, bro. I think you did. I think you give him a 5th-year option, though. I think you have.
Oh, yeah, you have to because you don't have any other QB.
Yeah.
Unless you go with Davis Mills. Davis Mills was the one that turned around their whole team.
He did.
He turned around their whole team.
You know what I've learned about this year, and not even just to kind of expand, see the Stroud situation. Think about J.J. McCarthy, right? J.J. McCarthy, we gave him the keys before he even knew how to. He even showed us his driver's license. He didn't even show us that he could drive. We just gave him the keys. You know what I'm saying? I think the Minnesota Vikings are regretting the Sam Darnold move now. I think they also came out and said, we're going to bring us some QB competition this year. We're not going to just say, hey, JJ, this is yours. I think C.J. Stroud needs to feel that pressure too. I think they have to, even if you're on serious, I think the media in the Houston Texans building, they have to start putting out, hey, we'll see what we're going to do with quarterback. Like, I think even the coach has to start saying this. You got to shake CJ up and see if he can answer the challenge or if he going to quit on you. I'm not saying replace him, but I'm saying give him the thought that he can be replaced. Because I think right now he just thinks he's comfortable in the seat that he's in. If you make him feel the fire underneath his feet and say, hey, look, bro, I love you. I want you here. But I can't have you here if you're going to not deliver on Sunday. Because, Rock, I heard a guy on the show say he had a 28 QB rating, right? They said, do you know if he would have just hiked the ball and spiked it the entire game, he would have had a better QB rating?
That's always the most hilarious stat. They said the same thing about the QB that played for the Vikings. They started him like 2 or 3 times, and he was like absolutely awful. Somehow he still won that one game by just he could have.
Was it Brosmer?
Yeah, Brosmer. Yeah. He had a couple of games like that too. Whenever that happens, it's like that doesn't make any sense. First of all, how can you have a better QB rating if you just throw the ball into the ground every time?
I think because of the turnovers.
The turnovers are that bad.
I gotta be.
I want someone to go out there like just actually do that.
Yeah, it gotta be. But yeah, to end this though, I don't know what to do with C.J. Stroud. I just think you go one more year with him, and if I'm the head coach, when the media asks me, hey, so what about your quarterback? Is he safe? I'm gonna come out and say, nobody's job is safe. We will roll with the best man in that position. And I'm going to put it out there and let CJ know that I'm letting the world know you got to step your game up or you're going to move on straight up like that.
Oh, God, yeah. Brosmer beat the Vikings beat the Lions, and Brosmer had like the worst game ever by QB that like won a game.
You know where the Lions at right now, right? Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
But let's get up out of here, man. We done with them. Shout out to the Patriots. But let's move on to the next one, Rock, and we will talk about a good one. I know. Let's say this one last, man. This the one.
Hey, say that one for a long.
Let's get to go on to these guys, man. Rock, at halftime, I made a tweet and I told Josh Allen. I'm sure he didn't see it, man. I told him it's time to sell his soul, man. Go in the locker room. Go
see you later, Jamal.
Go in the locker room. Go meet his wife. Get bit in the neck by a vampire. Go get some damn superpowers, brother, because it ain't looking good. We appreciate you, big dog.
I feel so bad for. That's all the memes were after Josh Allen was all the sinners memes, where it's just like he has his face in his hands like this on the sideline, and it's just like Josh Allen while watching his girl in Sinners. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna be honest, man. It wasn't a, and let's be real. The Denver Broncos won this game, but the Buffalo Bills lost this game. Josh Allen had too many turnovers. When he fumbled the ball before the halftime,
and then they kick a field goal.
Rob, that lets you know right there, this is gonna be a long day. And even with that, they still had an opportunity. Josh Allen, 2 interceptions. I think he had 2 fumbles as well, or 2 fumbles. Yeah, 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. James Cook fumbled.
That fumble also too was so perfect. It took a beeline like 20 or 30 yards perfectly backwards, perfectly setting them up for a field goal. That was insane.
It was, Rock. So I'm gonna keep mine short with this game. I think the Broncos skated by. They won by default. I think the Buffalo Bills had this game in the bag. They just didn't want to complete the mission. They lost this game themselves. No shade on the Denver Broncos because they are a great defensive team for sure. I just think the Buffalo Bills didn't show up. They had 5 fumbles, 2 interceptions. You can't win a game like that, especially when you lose by 3. I don't give a damn about that Brandon Cooks interception call. It shouldn't even have came to that. Shouldn't have came to that. Y'all lost this game, and I think that's why they cried so much. I never seen a team cry as I ain't gonna say it never, but they cried. Every single player cried. Brandon Cooks even cried, bro. He just got there 2 weeks ago. He was crying for Josh Allen. Like that lets you know.
It's because Brandon Cooks saw more joy in those 2 weeks than he has in 10 years.
He did. But I'm just saying, they were crying so much because they knew we had this game and we lost it, bro. So shout out to the Buffalo Bills, man. But if Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson are in the playoffs and you can't complete the mission, sayonara. That big shiny AFC Championship showcase that you got with 4 of those and 0 Super Bowl wins because you went 4 times and you can't win the Super Bowl. I don't see him going to another one, Rock. It's going to be a long time before the Buffalo Bills make the championship. But let me know, bro, what you thought about this game and Bo Nix tearing his ankle off with 2 plays left in the game, bro. Goodness gracious.
Well, so the stats I actually have were ones about Josh Allen and his historical playoffs that's coming into this game. So this is the most positive things I could say about him. He entered this matchup with the averaging more total touchdowns per playoff game than any QB in NFL history. That's passing and rushing. He has averaged 3+ passing touchdowns and 50+ rushing yards. He is also the all-time postseason rushing yards record holder at QB. He has 767 yards rushing in the postseason, Fizz. I'm pretty sure he's only behind Emmitt Smith as far as all-time rusher. And that's about as positive as I can be about Josh Allen. But Fizz, I honestly want to transition the conversation into talking about McDermott's firing and, of all people, Brandon Beane's as the GM. He is now promoted to the president of football operations. He will be in charge of searching for the new head coach. But actually, no, real quick, before we talk about McDermott and Brandon Beane, I'm very, very happy that Bo Nix had the game that he did. I said that their only chance of winning was to be able to go punch for Josh Allen. I thought that he played a really solid game. I'm glad that he didn't wilter. That could have very, very easily happened. So I love that. And RJ Harvey was a key reason why they won that game as well. I shouted out Dustin. I sent him a DM saying Marvin Mims finally had the game that we've all been waiting for. So kudos to him. He had a terrible year this year, but he showed up when it mattered the most. That's all I had to say about the game itself. You already talked about all the turnovers. It was just a messy game. They didn't deserve to win this game. But I want to talk about McDermott getting fired and Brandon Beane getting promoted. How do you feel about both of those decisions, Fizz?
Well, first of all, bro, it looks like I'm real slaggy, real sluggish, man. I know you said last week I wasn't lagging, but I looked at the replay, I was lagging. So I don't know.
You're lagging now. That's fine, but your audio's coming through, so we'll go to podcast form.
All right, I think I'm good. All right. I just say, damn, I was trying to remember what I said. I was trying to get the lag out of my brain. Just lagged for a minute.
McDermott and Bean.
Okay, cool. Yeah, McDermott. Again, Rock, I think this was inevitable. I think even if he lost next week and got them to if he lost a Super Bowl, they would have fired him, bro. I really believe that. I really believe this was a win a Super Bowl or you're done moment. Looking at John Harbaugh get fired, looking at Mike Tomlin get fired. We already said ain't too many coaches going to coach for a team more than 10 years in this league anymore. Once McDermott saw that, I knew he knew my days are numbered. If they weren't numbered before, they numbered now because these dudes got fired. And once they lost this game, I'm pretty sure he probably texted his wife, hey, get the bags ready. It's time to go. We ain't going to be here. I really believe that. The writing's been on the wall for his firing. The people have called for it. I think he's a solid coach, though. I don't think he's a bad coach at all. I think it's time, though, man. I think it's just time. You know, they haven't beaten the teams that matter. They gotten to this point so many times. They got to the AFC Championship. They got into all these points, man, and had great games. Because, Rock, it's not like they got blown out after having 5 turnovers. It's not like when they play the Chiefs every year, they get blown out or they lose by 30, 40 points. They're competing every single time they go on this playoff run. They competing, bro. Losing by 3, losing by 2 points, this, that, and the third. They just need a change of scenery. I don't think it's McDermott's fault. I just think they just need a reset, bro. Same thing for Buffalo. I mean, the Ravens. Same thing for these other teams. Sometimes you need a reset, and yeah, I think that's what they got, man. I think Josh Allen though probably has a little bit of say so as well, knowing that he's the franchise guy. They seem to love him. He's probably gonna retire there. I think Josh, from what I heard, you know, he's looking at his boy Dable, Brian Dable. They said, hey, you know, he might be available. Rock, imagine you lose your job in New York as a pizza cutter, and now you go to Buffalo and eat wings, man. It's about to go down. I don't know how my boy Onion feel about this one, baby, but hey, you went from the pizza man to the wing man in a couple of months, man. So we'll see what's next for this job. I just think right now the Buffalo Bills just need a reset, bro. They need a new makeover at the top, and you know, hopefully they get that.
So McDermott, 98-50 in the regular season, 8-8 in the postseason. Fizz, Brandon Beane, I already talked about it earlier in his promotion. Fizz, how many Pro Bowlers do you think that Brandon Beane has drafted since 2018? He's had 56 picks. How many Pro Bowlers do you think? So when you look at this roster in the way that it's been constructed for years and what Connor is getting at right now, how many? And Pro Bowl is not a really high bar to be able to get to. So how many do you think he's drafted?
Well, I will say this. Pro Bowl, we know, is a popularity contest. So I don't want to judge it off of that, but I'm going to go with the game. So you said out of 50 something?
You could say also all pros too. I mean, okay. But it's even less.
Damn.
Pro Bowlers is like, it is a popularity contest, but you have to have some level of being pretty good at the game. Being a needle mover is what I'm talking about.
And I'm really thinking about a lot of guys. I'm going to say 12. Say 12 out of the 50 something.
Since 2018, he's drafted 2.
Damn. That's on defense and offense. That's tough.
That's the whole team, Fizz. Also special teams, too.
That's tough. Yeah, that's tough.
So, Josh Allen, he came out in the 2017 class. So, outside of Josh Allen, what have they done to make this a Super Bowl roster? So, right. we can say, Brandon Beane, you're great as far as signing guys early on, you know, and giving them contracts that are really good when it comes to your salary cap. Mm-hmm. But Fizz, when it comes to getting free agents, when it comes to attacking the draft, Brandon Beane has to be one of the most mediocre to below average GMs. So for him to get a promotion and McDermott, who I 100% agree with you, this is not his fault. He is going to war with the guys that Brandon Beane has given him. And you want to talk about Keon Coleman. You want to talk about all these lack of receivers that they've had. Dalton Kincaid, you know his nickname in Buffalo is Dalton First Aid because of how many times that he has just been hurt. It's just like he finally has a decent year this year, but it's just like you have done nothing to be able to surround Josh Allen outside of just what, your running back, and that's it. No receivers. Khalil Shakir is the best receiver Josh Allen's played with.
I mean, look at what Connor said, bro. We've been saying this though. I've been saying this, bro. The problem with the AFC in general, we talk about the Baltimore Ravens not having a number one receiver for a long time. The Buffalo Bills, who actually have a quarterback that can throw the ball, don't get a damn receiver that they can just say, this is our guy. They tried to get Amari Cooper when he was 35 years old, right? They didn't go out there and say, hey, we need our A.J. Brown. Hey, we need our...
But Fizz, you bring out the Baltimore Ravens, though. Eric DaCosta and the Baltimore Ravens have still, even though they have not solved the riddle of wide receiver, they certainly have a hell of a lot more Pro Bowlers, a hell of a lot more All-Pros. The whole roster is night and day difference.
100%.
If you look at Baltimore versus the Bills. Josh Allen, it gives more kudos to him to have the performances that he does, where he puts the entire team on his back.
Yeah.
To be able to get it this far. It's Josh Allen, and I think it is Sean McDermott too. But Sean McDermott has done too terrible of a job on the defensive side of the ball. That's his side of the ball. And I think
Rob, I will say this though: last year or the year before, the year prior, for salary cap purposes, they got rid of half the defense. They got rid of everybody, the offensive line and the defense. They got rid of everybody. Yeah. And I remember that was the year I told Mike that Josh Allen wouldn't finish top 8 in fantasy. Not because he wasn't good, but because they lost Stephon there. They declined on a lot of positions. And I thought it was going to be too much for him. Clearly, he won the MVP that year. So that shows you how good he is. But like you said, the GM position, to put players in position to build a team, Josh Allen probably shouldn't even be in this game with what he has to work with. So kudos to Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Again, the Bills won't. They'll be shining up that AFC Championship trophy showcase glass for a long time, my brother.
Yeah. So they should have either completely cleaned house or only fired Brandon Beane. They got the worst combination by only firing McDermott and promoting Brandon Beane. So I feel bad for Bills fans.
What coaches are left to fill his shoes?
There's still like some really good head coaches available right now. Like you still have Mentor out there. You still have the coaches out in Seattle and Kubiak. I'm saying
to give you more than what you just had, though. I don't think it's a guy that's out there to give you more than, you know.
What about Joe Brady? Do you think that they hire him from internally?
I think you got to go internal, bro. I don't think.
Again, what about Mike McDaniel? There's still a whole bunch of OC
it is.
minded.
I'm just saying, I don't think like if they fired a B plus, I don't think they're going to find a A plus or A minus. I think they're going to get another B plus.
Yeah. I think they were just tired of looking at Brandon Beane's face. And if you go 500 in the postseason, I think that's ultimately what sunk him. I just don't agree with not firing Brandon Beane. I'm with you.
Really, it should have been a package deal, 100%. Hey, maybe he got some pictures or something, man. He blackmailing somebody up in the building, maybe. That might be what he doing. Denver Broncos side, though, Rock. We're going to jump to the last game and then give our picks for next week, man. Denver Broncos, though. Any thoughts on them?
Nah, I already talked about it earlier. Bo Nix had a great game. RJ Harvey came through. They found something on the last drive of the fourth quarter. They forgot about him all damn game. What do you want me to say? Jarrett Stidham could pull off the funniest thing we've ever seen in the postseason. Shout out to him. No one cares. Like, even I don't care about like having the Broncos in the Super Bowl. I want him to be able to be like, you know what? I still have the same job title as every other QB in this NFL game. It's been my dream to go out to a Super Bowl, to play in one, and maybe even win one. I don't know. He has the chance to be able to upset these Patriots. that have had a cakewalk up until now. It's just, I hope that he gives them a game. I hope he comes out of nowhere like Davis Mills or some shit and just lights them up.
I'm not saying they're gonna win this game, but I will tell you, when you got a coach like Sean Payton that know what he's doing, when you have a Stenham who's been on that roster, he can be what Davis Mills was to the Houston Texans when C.J. Stroud got hurt. Davis Mills went 3-0. He even beat the Jaguars when he's down like 30 points in the fourth quarter. Davis Mills of all people, right? I just hope the Patriots don't go in there thinking it's going to be a cakewalk and they can just going to do what they want, because Jarrett Stidham, man, has been in that building, and I'm not saying praising him like he's the GOAT. Anything is possible, though, right? That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, in case you didn't know this, I heard he was Bo Nix QB
at Auburn.
Yeah,
he was at Auburn. There's a picture of Bo Nix of him in high school. So yeah, they go all the way back. Sean Payton loves this guy too.
And sometimes, Rock, that's what you need. When you taking a franchise quarterback like Bo Nix, you get one of the guys that he looked up to or had a relationship with to back him up. That's how you play the game, man. That's how you play the game.
We need a Nick Foles type of Super Bowl just out of nowhere.
It can happen. It can happen, big dog. It can happen, man. Well, we're going to close out this conversation with the number one game, the best game, our favorite game. And not just because of the score, because this wasn't higher scoring, but
it's coaches and these
coaches, baby. Coaches, storylines, anything you asked for, bro. Like I told you, I didn't want nobody to win this game. I wanted the refs to somehow pick the winner. And it looked like the refs might have did that for the Buffalo Bills game. But I just wish, personally, nobody won or lost this game. I love both of these teams, but somebody had to go. So Rams 20, the Bears 17. But that 17 don't even look right for what we know and what we saw from the Chicago Bears, man. I'll just give you my thoughts, and then I'll let you go ahead and do your thing. The Rams won this game. I'm happy they won the game because I do believe that it's their time to strike, with McVay and Stafford and Adams and, all these older guys. I think they're in place. But I do believe that this Chicago Bears team, they didn't complete the mission this year, but nobody expected them to. But I do think next year, Rock, you will see them on some Super Bowl bold prediction, Super Bowl thing. I don't know how you don't put them, one, in the playoffs, but two, as a Super Bowl contending team, when they get more picks and more free agent signings and all that good stuff. I've been preaching it for the last month or two that Caleb Williams just need to be unlocked. That fourth down play that he threw to my dog Cole Kmet in that corner, bro, that is the unlock Caleb Williams. That was
insane. That was so insane.
Rock, was you watching it live with that play?
I didn't see that play live, unfortunately.
I watched it live, and that whole time he's running back, and I'm like, why the hell you running? Oh, all right, never mind. Like, it was one of them, stop, run, turn,
that looked like a Madden play. When you're running all the way back, and it just turns on a dime, and you have arm strength of 99.
No fan in that building was glad to see him do that. And then they probably all say, oh, yeah, I knew he was going to do that. Like, what I'm saying? It's one of them plays. Rock,
I don't think Cole Kmet knew he was going to do that.
That Pat Mahomes-esque Caleb Williams that everybody hyped up to be coming out of college, he didn't have that. And he's still not Pat Mahomes. I'm not comparing him to him. But that confidence is here, baby. The confidence is here. The Caleb Williams that I wanted to be unlocked is here. And I think the NFC, not just the North, the NFC, they better look out next year, man. Number 18 might turn out to be the number one QB in the NFC next year, Rock. Stamp me on it.
It is so crazy how close they came to winning this game. In overtime, after I think Matthew Stafford, they had the ball, they go 3 and out. And then for them to drive the ball all the way down to be easily in field goal range and to keep the pressure on, I think just being that aggressive as they were with that throw, a lot of people are going to blame DJ Moore on that. Maybe it is DJ Moore's fault that he throws that interception because DJ Moore and him were cooking all damn game and something did not look right on that throw. So, shout out to Curl, who's the one that came away with that huge pivotal interception because he was the one that ran the route.
The man caught a diving interception. This wasn't just Caleb threw the ball to his chest. He dove and caught it like a receiver.
Yeah.
It was DJ Moore's fault for not completing the play, but I can't blame him 100% because he didn't know the ball was coming his way, right? I'll just say.
Do you not agree though that you always run every route believing for that reason, Fizz,
but
that the ball's going to come to you?
I think the one thing people haven't said was we blame DJ Moore, but it was just a better play by Cam Curl, bro.
That's I'll agree with that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, DJ Moore definitely should have finished the play, but Cam Curl caught the ball diving, bro. He caught the ball like a receiver. Like, you gotta just say, you know what? It was nobody's fault. Cam Curl just made a hell of a play, and it worked.
Yeah. DJ Moore went 50% on that route. Cam Curl went 110%.
Exactly.
What happened?
Better play, better defense.
But to come so close to literally, you could have just kicked a field goal and you could have won the game. It's just like to be in that game against arguably the best team in the NFL, against the best head coach in the NFL, McVay. It's just like, I 100% agree with you. These Bears are not going anywhere. Not with Ben Johnson, not with a QB that can throw going backwards off of his back leg, like on a dime.
On a fourth down, right?
Fourth down.
Like, and listen, shout out to the Maryland boys. You feel me? That's what I'm just saying, man. Hometown, baby. That's all I'm saying, right? I'm loving it, man. I'm copping me a Caleb jersey this year. Count me on it, all right?
Yeah.
I'm repping the Bears this year, man.
The couple of really cool things about Sean McVay, Fizz, since 2017, you know, the Rams have been in 2 Super Bowls. They've won 1 Super Bowl.
Yep.
And now he has the chance to go to 3 Super Bowls if they win this next game against the Seahawks. 3 Super Bowls since 2017. Sean McVay is now the winningest head coach under the age of 45. And
I don't even think he just turned 40 this weekend, I believe. No, under the age of 45, but I think he just turned 40, bro. I think I heard
he's that young, is he?
Bro, I think he just turned 40.
Holy shit. Yeah. He's 39 years old. He actually turns 40 in 4 days.
Okay, yeah, because I remember they talking about doing the game. So I'm saying I know the stat was under 45. The man not even 40 yet. So
how long has he been with? He's been with the Rams since 2017.
Yeah, because he's like 31 or something, 32, something like that.
Oh yeah, he was hired at the age of 30. Wow.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
He's
Must be nice, baby.
he's done a lot more since he's been 30 than I have. All I've done is cook a couple of pizzas and tiramisus, Fizz.
Hey, Rob, think about what you was doing at 30 and think about what this man been doing. All right. Hey, it ain't the same, man. Shout out McVay, big dog. Hey, look, I need to get my life together. All right. But hey, man, I just say this though, Rob. Again, I think Caleb Williams definitely is here next year. If you got him on your team, and I did want to say this earlier, man. We had a chat that I didn't queue up. I think Cameron, and sorry, Cam, man. I meant to holler at you earlier, Playboy. I queued you up. I'm gonna get at your dynasty question at the end. We ain't forget about you. I got you at the end, big dog. And also, Terminal said that he was here. You gonna catch up later, man. Thanks in advance, and hope everybody have a good day. Hit that like button. We appreciate you, Terminal. Shout out to you, big dog, for coming through. I ain't want to forget my people, man. But I just say this, though, Rock, to me, and even like Young Marley said, though, DJ Moore could have broke the play out. Like I said, Cam Curl just made a great play. It is what it is, man. Defense exists too, right? As much as I love the offensive side, defensive players make plays, man. So I don't blame nobody. I just say Cam Curl made a hell of a play.
How do you go from winning them their game last week to losing them their game this week? DJ Moore.
But I'm gonna be honest, Rock. He kept them in this game too, because DJ Moore had a hell of a playoff run, bro.
Oh yeah, he did.
As much as we wanted to throw him out of the league and all the offseason because Rome and Burton and man, DJ Moore stepped up this year, man. So to close out with the Bears, though, I just say watch out for them next year. I know Pop said the Bears are who we thought they were. And
I don't agree with that though. Because they played way better than anyone ever possibly could have thought. I mean,
I said it was gonna be this good, Rock. All right, give me my flowers, man. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't say they were gonna be this good, but I did damn sure say that, bro. I really believe that Ben Johnson is the key. And I remember, and I brought this up last week. You gave Ben Johnson a hard time, but you also said that he has to prove it, and and you didn't doubt him though. So I'm not saying that you doubted him. I'm just saying that you were right, though. This dude walking around big and bad like he runs something. He ain't did nothing yet.
Exactly.
He showed us, man, that this why I'm walking the way I'm walking. So I will just say this though, thinking about Sean McVay, and they said Sean McVay and Ben Johnson had, I guess, an awkward handshake. I don't remember, but think
Not as
about
awkward as last week's Matt LaFleur.
But Rock, think about the NFC, bro. That's why NFC is so exciting right now. You got Ben Johnson, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan. You got John Harbaugh coming over here on this side now. You got
McDonald.
Bro, the NFC is popping right now, big dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I think the old, Andy Reid that's my dog, but he getting too old, man. He gonna have to figure it out soon. We need some energy on that AFC right now.
Need some juice.
Mike Tomlin, I don't know what his next move gonna be, but if he comes to the NFC, man, you might just need to go ahead and just convert over here, Rock. Come get you an NFC team. All right, big dog, I got one.
Let's get Sirianni's ass out of Philly. I'm tired of him. Give somebody that knows what the hell they're doing, isn't just getting fights with fans and pissing off their players. Let's give somebody else the head coaching job of the Philadelphia Eagles. It should not be in Sirianni's hands.
Sirianni is that kid, man, that keeps putting gum underneath the table, and then he throws paper at the kid sitting in the front.
And boogers.
Yeah. He's just that kid in class that just need to get out of the class, right? Give him a whole pass.
Don't say that, Shizzles. Don't say that. It's too close.
but I just say this though. Far as the Rams go, Rock, I think for me, I want to see them win. I want to see them win it all. To be honest, I just we love the Rams. I'll just say this right here was a test. They were tested against the Panthers, but like I said about the Seattle Seahawks, bro, Seattle Seahawks play the most disciplined football in 2025. If the Rams think they're gonna come out there and throw 2 interceptions, fumble the ball, Puka dropped a 40-yard touchdown, they're not gonna win the Seattle Seahawks game playing sloppy, bro. They cannot go out there and risk it for the biscuit against this Seattle Seahawks team. It ain't gonna happen. Seattle play the most clean football in the league right now, bro. Only way for the Rams to win this game, they gotta be turnover free. And they better have that one play in the back of their pocket that they ready to pull out in the fourth quarter, because that's the only way they're gonna win this game. Seattle gonna bring that pressure, and they're gonna rock them LA Rams, man.
Because I got nothing else to talk about with these games. I want to get really quickly into some of the head coaching changes. And then we could finish out the show with New Year's resolutions and our picks for next week.
Go. Sound good, my brother. All right, because my nose is stopped up, and I'm glad you stopped me because I can't breathe anyway. All right, so let me get you know what? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna reset right quick. I'm trying to get my damn screen together.
Let's do that.
It's jumping, bro. I can't even change the thing, man. Oh my god, we might not be able to. Hold on, let me see. Whoop, there you go. Cheat code. It won't let me scroll. My screen is stuck. So since I can't scroll, I can't hit the button though. So without further ado, take a quick little break, man. Reset. We give us about 20, 30 more minutes of your time, and we're going to get out of here, baby. So go ahead, like and subscribe. Don't forget to feel the vibe, baby. All right, we'll be right back.
Welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Like and subscribe. That's what we really appreciate. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate.
Yes, sir. Just like that, we back. And Rob, I can't scroll up, but the good thing is I can hit the little side button and it let me hit these. So we good. No complaints. But let's get to these coaches changes and then get to our games. But what's your first coach change, bro? Because listen, Rob, like you said, it's 100 teams that don't have head coaches, offensive deep. What the hell going on in the league, bro?
Biz, within like an hour of our show last week, we had the next big head coach change with Tomlin being out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Do you think he takes a year off, or do you think, there's like 10 jobs that he could take right now?
Well, I was back and forth with people about the Falcons thing. That was me talking from my heart. Clearly, he's not going there. I'll just say this. It's not as easy as him getting a new job because they had to trade for him, though. He's still on the contract. So the team will have to give up picks to get Mike Tomlin. That's the biggest problem. I think if he was a free agent, it'd be a whole lot easier. But I think it gotta be the right job too, Rock. If he went to Buffalo, I don't think he will. But I'm just saying, a team like Buffalo will make sense. A team like Baltimore will make sense.
He stepped down as their head coach. He quit. So I don't know if he.
Yeah, but remember, Sean Payton did that too, and Denver had to give up a first rounder and a second to get him or something. They got to trade. They got to trade for him, bro. You can look it up, but they got to trade for him. He's still under.
I didn't see anyone talk about that part. That changes a lot.
Yeah, just like remember Darren Waller. Darren Waller, when he left, the Miami Dolphins had to trade for him. He wasn't a free agent.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that changes a lot.
Yeah, he's still in the contract. And with Atlanta not having a first and picks, I figured I wasn't really just talking out of my ass with that one. But I think personally, the only reason he takes a year off is because the right job isn't available. I don't think he wants to, though. But I think Buffalo and Baltimore are the only two teams. I'm not going nowhere else if I'm him.
Wow. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that adds a really interesting wrinkle in it.
Yeah. You can't just walk away. You're under contract, big dog, because that money guaranteed. So you can't just be like, "Yeah, I quit today. Let me go sign another $100 million." Nah, you still under. We got the rights, big dog.
So, do you think he goes to Buffalo or Baltimore then?
Those are the only two jobs. If I'm him, think about the jobs that's open. The Jets, no, the Jets. Didn't they just sign their coach?
I want them to fire their head coach because I don't think he's that good.
Yeah, I forgot about the Jets.
Who? It's the Cardinals.
The Cardinals,
and then now the Bills and the Ravens, and who the hell else is there?
The DC from Green Bay just went where?
Oh, he went to the Dolphins.
Okay, and Robert Saleh went to the Titans, right?
Yeah,
that happened this morning. So, yeah, bro, if it ain't Baltimore or Buffalo, if I'm Mike Tomlin, man, I'm gonna go chill. He was just at his daughter's volleyball game. He might just take this year to go spend time with his family or something, man. I don't want to see him leave though.
The Raiders too.
Yeah, he ain't going to need one of them teams. If it ain't Buffalo or the Dolphins, I'm gonna go ahead and chill for a minute.
In Cleveland.
If it ain't Baltimore or the Ravens, I'm chilling, big dog. That's all I'm gonna say, man. So probably a year off if you ask me.
Yeah, and he's I think the only coach like in history, like to have like 19 years, Fizz, of never being below 500.
Yeah.
That is insane. That is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. So he is a fantastic head coach. I think the game passed him up. Maybe he just takes a year off and recoups himself, comes back, maybe he just keeps podcasting with Rob Gronkowski.
Well, I'm gonna say this one, Rock. Maybe he's waiting on that Philly job to open up. Maybe he's like, maybe he takes a year and wait for that Philly. I mean, because I think that's what Mike McCarthy did. I think Mike McCarthy left and he said, you know what? I'm not coming back to the right job open. And then the Cowboys opened up and he said, all right, cool. I believe that's might be what Tomlin could do. You know, he could wait for Philly. Philly, we know Philly would trade some picks for him. They don't give a damn about their picks. All right, bet, give us our coach. So I'm a bet that he goes to Philly in 2026. That's what I'm a bet.
Tom Landry. Yeah, I guess he was the only other coach that had that type of record. So
shit we want to know about them Cowboys, man. All right, what else we got though, bro?
So Greg Roman got fired. Yeah. Thank God. Kevin Patullo for the Eagles. Finally, he quit. He stepped away. So thank God for that too. And then we talked about it earlier. So Harbaugh is now with the Giants. So what do you think of that?
I love it. I think it was no other option until the Buffalo job opened up. But if I'm him, I know that, and I said this 2 weeks ago, bro. I don't give a damn what Cam Ward tape looked like. Because I heard he was looking at Cam Ward tape and Dart tape.
Yeah.
Love Cam Ward, but I don't want nothing to do with that Titans team if I don't have to. I'm going to New York where I know we have potential to have success. And if I'm not going to Buffalo, I don't want to be going up against the Baltimore Ravens and the rest of them teams I've been going up against all these times. I mean, I never had to go against the Ravens, right? If I'm Harbaugh. So imagine you go to a different AFC team, but it's worse than the one you left. No, I'm good. Let me go to the NFC. Let me go to the Giants. We good to go.
And it's wide open in the East too. It's 100%. Just like you have the Commanders who took a huge step back this year, but with Jaden Daniels, they're always going to be in that race. You got the Cowboys who underperformed. And then you have the Eagles, who really underperformed too. So it's anyone's in the NFC East. They change the division winner every year.
Every year, bro. So yeah, he made the right choice.
I think so as well. Super excited for him. The only thing that I do worry about, though, and if you're a Ravens fan, I don't see E in the chat this morning, but he knows probably about this stat outside of other Ravens fans. John Harbaugh has had 10 double-digit losses, as far as like he was up by double digits and then lost that game in the fourth quarter. He's had 10, I think, since 2016, Fizz. The next head coach or next team in general that comes even close to that stat is like 7 or 6. So he has far more.
You know what team he did that the most this year, right? The New York Giants. Remember, that's why they fired their head coach. They gave up like 4 fourth quarter leads to the Broncos. They lost all those games in the fourth quarter. That's why they fired him.
And Baltimore was, I think was right behind them too. They had multiple, including the Bills game. They started off the season that way, Fizz.
Yeah, that's why the coach got fired, bro. They gave up like 4 full quarter games and 4 in a row or something.
Yeah. So that's the only knock. Like John Harbaugh, he won us a Super Bowl. One of the best coaches in NFL history, one of the winningest ones. He's a road warrior when it comes to being on the road in the playoffs. There's no other coach that had a better winning record than him.
Yeah,
in the playoffs. But when it came to fourth quarter collapses, there was no one who's been worse for like the last 10 years. And to have 10 and the next team is like 7 or 6.
Well, he got $100 million, baby. So he's there for a while. I don't care how many fourth quarter games he lose this year.
It's funny though. He went from the Baltimore Ravens to the Giants, the two worst fourth quarter collapses.
But I will just say he also got his offensive coordinator too from Baltimore. He made sure he got his guy. And
Monken's in New York.
Yeah, he signed like the day later.
Oh, I didn't even see that. So
yeah, well, it's your team, Rock. You supposed to know this, big dog.
Yeah, well, you know what? Sometimes you just miss things. You know, they don't call me Rock Hunting for no reason. Yeah, I'm just always under it for some.
Yeah. I'm gonna call you Patrick now. All right, you underneath the star and bikini bottom. All right,
Stefanski with Atlanta. How excited are you for Kyle Pitts?
Well, first, Kyle Pitts got to keep his job. I don't know where he even going to be at. But
I think they'll franchise tag him at the very least. I think Pitts, and I'm super excited for Pitts and that running game with Bijan.
I'll say offensively, stat-wise, I think they'll be good. How many will this get them over the hump as a playoff team? I don't know, Rob. I think they went, 8-9 this year? They might go 9-8 next year.
They had the defense figured out, and if they had one more game, they would have won the NFC South.
For sure. But that's what I'm saying. I think
with the worst QB situation ever.
I think they still got a good team. I just think they got rid of a B- for a B. They got rid of a B- for a B, if you ask me. So, Raheem Morris was like a C+. I'll say C+ for
I was about to say.
Yeah, C+ for a B. But they didn't get – I just want to see Mike Tomlin there, bro. So they got a B. They'll be 9-8, and we'll just say good for Bijan for leading the league in yards.
Until they figure out the QB, it won't really matter. I think we're both there. All right, one of the coaches that I really wanted in Baltimore goes to one of the worst situations in Tennessee. Robert Saleh. He is a defensive-minded coach. I think he went there because he has over $100 million to play with and make this defense the way he wants to. He has got a cornerstone piece in Jeffrey Simmons, who's one of the best defensive players in the NFL, and that's at D tackle, Fizz. So I think he's excited to be able to make this team the way he wants it to. You did not get the head coach that you wanted in someone that could come alongside Cam Ward and help him develop as a QB, because he's got all the talent in the world. How excited or not excited are you for Saleh in Tennessee?
Well, I believe he didn't get a fair shake in New York. I think Aaron Rodgers had that whole situation under control. Robert Saleh was just the face. He had no say-so whatsoever. I think in Tennessee, the reason why he went, because he probably has more leeway than any other team. Like, they probably sold him on the fact that, hey, we know that you didn't have this in New York. We know what you can do when you have, leadership with your locker room in 49ers. We need that here. So, like you said, looking at Mike Vrabel coming into New England, they had like the number one cap space every defensive player you can name in free agency, and now they on their way to possibly a Super Bowl. Not saying the Tennessee Titans are going there, but I think, like you said, Robert Saleh coming there knowing, hey, I got $100 million+ to play with. We gonna have fun, and we got a top 5 pick, I believe. So, yeah, I like it. For Cam Ward, though, I just want to see who the OC is. I don't think they have one, and I think they still have plenty out there. My boy Cliff is still out there. Mike McDaniel still out there. So
we'll see what happens. Cliff with the fact that he got fired. I mean, that's not looking really good.
Well, from what I'm hearing, though, the reason why it happened in Washington was because they wanted to have a running game approach, and Cliff, we know, isn't a running game guy. So I think that's what the lines were, because they fired the DC and the OC. So
they should have both been fired. That's
well, I will just say this though, David Blau, who was the ex QB, I said this about Kellen Moore. When Kellen Moore was behind Dak and teaching them the game, that's when Dak took off. As much as I think the Commanders need a real OC that we know of, staying in-house with a guy that was right beside Jaden Daniels through the trenches all last year.
Makes sense.
It makes sense. And even Ben Johnson shouted out David Blau and said, hey, I think they got a hell of an OC that people don't know. I coached him in Detroit. So, hey, maybe Commanders got somebody that we don't know outside, but Jaden Daniels was like, hey, this is my guy right here. He going to get me there.
What do you think of the Dolphins hiring the Boston College coach with a losing record?
Man, listen, Rock. Dolphins, you know who he looked like? He looked like what's my man, bro? Jeff Garcia. He looked like Jeff Garcia, bro. And every time I see this dude, he looks like Jeff Garcia every single time. Like they got the same face, same spiky hair. Like he looked like a state trooper. He looked like a state trooper police. Like you know he gonna pull somebody over out there in Miami, all right?
Oh my god, he looks like Super Troopers. Yeah,
he do, bro. He do. I just say Miami, bro. Right now, again, it's a place
joke. They're a joke.
It's a place you go to vacation, bro. Nobody takes Miami football serious. So them hiring him lets me know, all right, good. We ain't gotta worry about watching Miami no time soon. Pretty much.
And they don't have a QB. It's just so many of these teams, like they either have a QB or they don't. And it's just like the ones that don't have a QB are in such bad disarray. What was the word that you used earlier? You were trying to put disaster in
disasterable.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what the Dolphins situation is. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't really know much about Jeff Hafley outside of Boston College and being the former DC for the Green Bay Packers. So we'll see what he does with that. You never know. What about Drew Petzing, the Lions offensive coordinator, former Cardinals offensive coordinator? Bro, how scared are you for Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Rob, I seen every Lions fan, no, every Arizona fan on my Twitter say, thank God they took this piece of trash off out of here. Like, bro, they had Mike McDaniel in the building and said, nah, we good. We're going to go with a slower, I guess, approach. Because I believe this was Mike McDaniel. Your offense is a little too up to speed. We need some simple, plain Jared Goff style. Like, I think that's what happened. And I don't know. This shows me they either don't trust Jared Goff has the capability to be like, like maybe what Sean McVay got rid of him for, in a sense. And I mean, but Ben Johnson, I can't say that because Ben Johnson got the best out of I don't know, man. Detroit is tripping. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think maybe Mike McDaniel was just a little bit too radical. Maybe he's either too radical or maybe he's just too much of a personality for what's his face? The head coach out there, MCDC.
But he looked like a stoner. He don't look like a personality. He looked like a guy that's just like, yeah, hey, what's up? Like he don't look like a overzealous, like, he's not like.
But the players love him. That's just what we see at the podium. But the players love him. They rally around him. They fight for him. They get 6 wins straight against teams like the Bills.
This could be Campbell trying to save his job. Maybe Mike McDaniel might steal his job in a couple of years. And he was like, nah, I'm good.
Maybe that's what it was.
He's saving his job.
Dan Campbell, the jock, versus Mike McDaniel.
Because Dan Campbell took over the playbook, so maybe he think McDaniel playbook too extreme. If he come over here, I can't take the playbook. So I think this is what that was, bro.
All right, team New Year's resolutions. One sentence.
Hold on.
There's another one.
Yes, sir. Eric Bieniemy to the Chiefs, big dog. How you skip that one?
Like I said, I got my phone muted or something. When did that happen?
That happened yesterday. Eric Bieniemy, big dog. You ain't see. Come on, Rock, man.
Fizz, I was at work till like 6 p.m. I don't look at my phone. I was making a new feature cheesecake for February and Valentine's Day. All right, Fizz.
I ain't mad at you. All I'm saying is I've been screaming and hollering for 3 years, 2 maybe. Eric Bieniemy needs to be back for Pat Mahomes to get back where he was. We had Matt Nagy there, Uncle Nagy, give you whatever you want, take you to McDonald's when your mother and father say no. That's what Matt Nagy was to Pat Mahomes. Whatever he want, I'm going to give it to him.
No. Matt Nagy is like when your kids go off to boarding school or the parents die and they get stuck with the aunt and uncle that they hate. You know what I mean? But no, they throw them in a dungeon.
But I'm saying for Pat Mahomes, Pat loved Matt Nagy. That's why they brought him.
I don't know why he did.
Because I'm telling you, he's Uncle Nagy. He's let him do whatever he want to do. Rock, if you remember, a couple years ago, they kept saying Matt Nagy was too hard on Pat. He was too hard on the players. The players can't stand him. He's too much of a tough-nosed coach. That's why when he left there, he went to the UCLA and all these other places. They got rid of him. Mm-hmm. Chicago Bears, Ben Johnson, he liked that, though. He got Matt Nagy. He got EB there and said, hey.
Kept saying Matt Nagy. Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah. He got EB, Eric Bieniemy, and said, hey, this is what we need to build a culture. Now the Bears almost went to an AFC Championship. The run game looked better this year than it has been because he was a run game coordinator over there. But we all know he's an OC. I think the Chiefs said we need to get what did we have that got Pat Mahomes the MVP, that got us the Super Bowls convincingly, not just the defense coming up with plays. It was Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy, and I told my boy Voorhees this. That's why he in the chat about it. Rock, I believe this year Pat Mahomes is going to suffer the most trauma he's ever suffered in his career with the ACL tear. Right, he's gone for a year, or he's gone for the rest of the offseason. He need a coach that ain't going to tap him on the back and say, "Oh man, how your leg feel? You okay?" He needed Eric Bieniemy to say, "Get your ass up. I don't care if your leg hurt or not. Let's go run this drill." I think Eric Bieniemy is going to do that, bro. I think that's what he need, and that's what Pat Mahomes, as much as he don't want to like it, the maturity, because one thing we learned about maturity, bro, when Pat was young, he ain't want to have coach on his neck. Coach, I'm winning Super Bowls. What else you want from me? I don't want to keep hearing that. Now he realized, man, I don't need a buddy. I need a leader, and EB is that leader, bro. He that leader.
Yeah. Sleeping with Bieniemy is back in the NFL.
There we go, baby. Come on, right? You gotta know about that news, dog. You can't be knowing about the Miami coach Sergeant Dolphin and not know about Eric Bieniemy. All right, come on, big dog. Come on, man. The Ace Ventura, he is the pet detective. All right, he got something going on around there. But what we on to next, bro? Before we get up out of here, man.
All right, New Year's resolutions, real quick. 1 sentence, Bills.
Damn, 1 sentence. That's tough. Buffalo Bills New Year's resolution.
I'll make it quick. I was gonna say, okay, go ahead. Leadership,
yeah.
All right, who do you want as the leader?
God. They need a prayer, bro. Prayers, man.
They're in a really bad situation, aren't they? They fired a great coach in McDermott. They promoted the saboteur in Bean. And I just think draft a freaking wide receiver. How about that? Draft a really good wide receiver and maybe it could change some things around.
I don't want to extend the conversation, so I'll leave it short. But remember, Matt LaFleur just signed an extension in Green Bay. Imagine Matt LaFleur right now. Not saying he want to leave Green Bay, but imagine if he went to Green Bay and said, hey, man, I don't know, because I don't know what he got paid. Hey, man, Buffalo job was opened up. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think
I want me in Green Bay
Packers being the youngest roster in the NFL, they're going to only keep getting better. The only thing is, though, is that a lot of those guys that are in Green Bay, they're all going to be up for contracts very, very soon. You're not going to be able to pay all these guys. The Green Bay Packers may have just had their best window to winning a Super Bowl just leave.
Yeah, that's why they went and got Michael Parsons, bro, because they knew it was coming. They knew they had to win it. I even heard Romeo Dobbs put out a message saying, "Hey, I love my Green Bay brothers. Don't know what next year is going to bring."
I love the color green, but I love the color green of money more than I do in Green Bay.
There we go. So, but yeah, my word is prayers, man, for them. But you say draft a receiver. I like that one.
Yeah, the thing that they can't figure out how to do, just like the Baltimore Ravens. All right, Texans.
Confidence, man. Build confidence. The defense have it. We need C.J. Stroud to get it because he got 1 year to do it. They can make the playoffs. We know that. But we need to see when you going into the playoffs that you're the most dominant quarterback next to Trevor Lawrence in this division.
Get an OC that can fix this offensive line. How about that? Let's do that.
Well, that'd be 2 in 2 years. They're going to do another one. I'm not saying they shouldn't, though, but they're going to have.
They need to.
They just got another one, so I'm with you. I like that.
49ers. And don't say move their stadium away from the power plant.
Man. What's that healing stuff that Ash be using on these Pokemon? They need to buy that from give to the players. I don't know what the hell it's called, but 49ers, just do what you do, man. They not a bad team, bro. They figure it out. Just do what you do, man. They're
a really talented team. They're just, they're always just in shambles by the time.
Every year, and they in the NFC Championship talks every year. So they not doing nothing wrong. They just got bad luck, man.
Yeah, maybe figure out who you're going to have at running back when McCaffrey maybe falls apart. Because, he had way too many touches this year.
You know what, Rob? Okay. I like how you're approaching this. I'm approaching it from the generic answer. You're giving us real answer. So I apologize. I'm with you on that part. I'll just say change my answer to get a receiver one. Because they don't have that. Ricky Pearsall, I don't know, man. The guy can't stay healthy. That's your guy, you know.
Yeah, he just
Brandon Ayuk don't want to play football, clearly. He want to drive fast and just post every day. And Juwan Jennings he's crazy. A solid. Yeah, so we need a receiver one in San Fran.
Kittle's hurt. Kittle might not ever play the same again.
Hey, go get Kyle Pitts, baby.
Be awesome. All right, let's finish it off with the Bears. Bad news, Bears. What are they going to do next year? They have a lot to look forward to, I think.
They do. I think they have a solid run game, but I want to see them get a running back one. I just want to see them.
They were the only backfield that had 2 rushers that each had over 750 yards rushing.
So let's get
running game was amazing this year.
Let's get one running back that can run 1,400. That's all I'm saying. If we can get one guy.
I kind of like their duo, though. Really?
I do, too. You asked me for a resolution. I'm just throwing one out there. Let's get one guy.
Kamara. What if Kamara came in and got 1,400 yards?
I'm just saying, bro, when you look at Swift, he had a solid season. Monunga, solid season. I want to see a every down back that just dominate. I just want to see them dominate on all cylinders, bro. All cylinders.
Yeah, I just want them to keep attacking the defense. So it's just like Ben Johnson, I think their offense, one of the best in the NFL. Easily top 10.
Yeah.
Attack defense. So
there we go.
All right. Let's pick these games.
Picking these games. All right. Let me see. For clip purposes, I know you don't like to mess up the clip, man, but we ain't got but 2 games, so we ain't got that much to worry about. New England and Denver, my brother. Don't be trying to cheat, Rock, and give me the whole spiel on this, that, and third. Who gonna be
1 sentence?
1 sentence. All right, 1 sentence, man. What Super Bowl is this? First of all, is Super Bowl 60?
It's Super Bowl Bad Bunny. That's all I know. That's all I care about.
All right, well, Super Bowl LX, whatever that is. All right, Super Bowl LX, man, extra large. Let's see what's good with it. New England and Denver, big dog. New England and Denver. Jarrett Stidham is the quarterback. What you got?
Denver wins this game with the defense really stepping up and having the best performance they have had all year. This has been one of the best defenses all year. So if they just keep doing what they're doing, they just took down Josh Allen. They just got a head coach fired. So if they bring that same type of energy, I think they can absolutely win this game. And on the other side of the ball, the Patriots, Drake May, we were talking about it earlier in this show. He needs to have an MVP MVP caliber performance, Fizz. He can't be playing like he did against the Chargers and certainly against the Texans. It's only going to get harder. So I think he definitely need to step up. Travion Henderson, I want him to have an amazing game. So it's going to be Henderson. It's going to be Harvey. So if the RB step up, I think this is going to be a closer game than a lot of people think, Fizz.
Man, you just said one sentence, and then you went on a whole paragraph. Oh. That's what I just said. Bro, you talking so much. I'm over here punching my wall. My dog getting mad. I'm like, man.
It felt like one sentence in my head.
Man, hell no. All right, look, Rock, Denver and the Patriots. Who you got winning this game, man?
No, wait. We'll tell winners at the end.
All right. So you gave me the breakdown. I'll give you my breakdown. Cause I like the flow that you did last week with this. Denver wins this game by playing the best defense they've ever played of the whole entire season. The Patriots win this game.
Just said, poser, copycat.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you what I thought. And the Patriots win this game to me by Drake May becoming what we think he isn't. He had this cupcake schedule. Now it's time to, get the snacky cakes, baby. All right, cupcakes and snacky cakes. We're gonna see what kind of cakes he can get and get in the locker room and
we're on the same page. Exactly the same page.
All right, there we go. All right. Well, the other game then. Let's go to the other side. NFC, the best side.
Yeah.
The west side, baby. It's east side over here, I guess. LA Rams, Seattle Seahawks. Break it down.
The Rams win this game if Stafford doesn't have any turnovers, if Puka has the best game of his entire career. That's the only way they're going to be able to win. I don't know how they do that, Fizz, because the Seahawks are like number one in defense in like 50 different categories. So I'm already kind of leaning and tipping my hat towards who I'm going to pick. The Seahawks win if their defense just completely smothers the Rams offense. They can't get the running game going with Kyron Williams. They can't get the passing game going. And they're just up Stafford's ass the entire game. So that's the way that they win this game.
Well, I'll just say the Seahawks win by, like you just said, bro, playing defense, shutting down everything that the Rams have. Puka has less than 50 yards. Devontae Adams, 0 touchdowns. Matt Stafford, under 150 yards. Like, they have to dominate on all cylinders on defense. And kudos to the offense. I will say, to play like they did last week, Ken Walker can get us to the promised land. Run the ball. When Sam Darnold is needed, Sam Darnold will deliver. Let's just keep running the ball. Rams, though, the way they win this game, which I believe Sean McVay has it in his arsenal, they win this game by not doing what we just said. The obvious is Puka has to have 200 yards. Devontae Adams, 3 touchdowns. Matt Stafford, 300 yards. That ain't going to happen against the Seattle Seahawks defense, bro. I'll just keep it 100 with you. That ain't going to happen. The Rams win this game by somebody else not named those players having the best game of their career. A Tutu Atwell having an 80-yard, 2-touchdown game. A Winnington. Terrence Ferguson. One of them names that we don't never pay attention to that's in the back of the roster that nobody even knows their number. They have to have a game that we don't see coming. That's the only way the Rams win this game. Somebody else got to have a game because Puka, I don't see him getting the best game of his career. I don't see it. I don't see Devontae Adams going out there scoring 2 touchdowns. Seattle is going to dominate those regular plays. I really believe this. I think it's going to be key that somebody for the 6th man got to show up in this game, not the starter.
Fizz, it was only like 6 weeks ago that we saw arguably the best game in the entire season where LA went into Seattle and they lost by only a point, had to go into overtime. Matthew Stafford had the best game of his entire season against the Seahawks. He had 457 yards, 3 touchdowns. Puka Nacua had 225 yards and 2 touchdowns. So you're not thinking that they can repeat that?
No chance. No, bro. I think Seattle has shown us enough. They're not having that. They're not having it.
All about who's playing the best at the right time, and the Seahawks are playing the best
momentum
at the right time.
Momentum. So with that being said, let's pick the winners, my brother. We're going to get up out of here. Patriots, Denver. Who you got, big dog?
Oh, you go first. You're the winner. So you're in the bracket. So I need to pick against you.
All right. Well, I'm going to pass, baby. Pass all the way, man. We going Mike Vrabel. We're going Patriots way on this one.
I'm gonna pick Denver. I'm gonna pick the unlikely storyline instead of. I am. That's the only chance I got. So I gotta get these two, and you not get these two.
Okay, I ain't mad at that though. I wouldn't mind seeing Denver win, but I'm going to pace on this one, baby. So let's get Drake made, man. Turn him into Dre Day or something. All right. What we got with the NFC side? Rams in Seattle. I know I said they got to have a third stringer, 6-man award to come through and win this game. I'm betting on Sean McVay to do it. I'm going to Rams, Rock. I'm going LA Rams on this one. I don't care about a 200-yard game Puka had. Don't care about 400 yards Stafford had. I don't care if they got 50 yards passing, 25 yards rushing. They just need to win this damn game. So I'm going to the Rams.
And I've been saying it all season long, especially going into these playoffs. It's all about defense. So Denver Broncos, and I'm going to pick the Seahawks. It's going to be a defensive match Super Bowl, and it's going to be boring as hell, probably. Brad Bunny is going to be the best thing about the Super Bowl coming up in a couple of weeks. So that's what I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick the Seahawks. So,
bro, I can't argue either one. I will just say, though, the AFC is... Clearly, my dog don't care about the AFC. The AFC is missing Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. That is proven. But, hey, Super Bowl coming. We're going to get through one more week of this, man. So, Rock, man, give us some words while I snatch this little one up by his collar right quick, brother.
I thought you were about to punt him like an anchor, man.
Hey, look, Baxter ain't going over the bridge today, but he might go over the balcony later, all right? Go ahead and drop your words, brother. Let me snatch him up.
Okay. So for my word of wisdom this week, something I've been really thinking about a lot, Fizz, something you've really inspired a lot of in me is self-confidence. You can't have self-confidence if you don't have self-respect, Fizz. Only way you can do this is if you're able to follow your own moral code. We all have one internally. So if your private self isn't able to live up to your public self, you're never going to have real confidence, Fizz. And that's my word of wisdom for the week.
Like that one, my brother. I'm trying to get a tail out of my face. But I will just say, damn. I had one, man, to this food start trip. Oh, no. Okay, I do got mine, too. I want to give mine as well before we get up out of here, man. My word this week I wanted to say, Rock, is no expectations, man. Just do what you do, but do it because you want to do it. Don't do it because you want something back. Do it because it was in your heart to do, and everything that you thought that, you know, maybe, somebody didn't pay me this or pay me this back, and I did this for them. Do it because you wanted to do it, not for a reward back. So, whatever it is in you that says, hey, I want to do this for myself or for this person, just do it with the intent of giving versus getting something back. So we giving, we ain't getting, baby. We ain't gonna worry about what we get back because it's all gonna come back whenever you think it ain't coming back. All right. So that's how we gonna leave it. And my dog said hi to y'all too. This fool is tripping. But me and Rock gonna get up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all. I know they say no dogs at the table, but hey, man, it's a different kind of kitchen up in here. All right, big dog. So, Rock, man, I appreciate you, man. I ain't had to clear my throat as much. I got my Yeet cup, man. Shout out my boy Jake, man. And hey, we're gonna get up out of this thing, baby. But we appreciate y'all. Next Tuesday, we will be back with the winners. I will continue to be the winner. And maybe Rock make me a chicken dinner or something. I don't know, man. But Super Bowl is on the way, baby. We appreciate y'all. This is the Cook Up. We out of this thing, huh?
See you guys later.